All right, cool. All right, so today's class is the top 5 organic posts for lead generation. Now, we cover a lot of bases today. We really want to kind of look into, how to make a connection with someone. Honestly, like a human being. So there is going to be, one good heavy real estate post in here, but the rest of it is more about creating connections and creating conversations with people, and really trying to get the most out of whatever you're putting out there. So let's get started with the first post. It's pretty simple stuff right off the bat. Ask a question. Most of us don't ask questions. I've said this thousands and thousands of times by now, but having a question like this, if your best friend was buying a house today, where would you tell them to go? That could be something that applies to all of your friends who are living globally. That could apply to your friends who are living on the North Hills, South Hills, and anywhere in between. Asking a just open-ended question like this with a real estate theme allows you to get in front of as many people as possible, and still under the guise of acting like a human being and asking a real question. And the good thing is that, listen, if you have a pretty hot friends list, and if people are talkative to you and talkative with you, they're going to answer, and then they're going to give you honest opinions. So if you had, you asked this question, if your best friend was buying a house today, where would you tell them to go? If the majority of people are saying one specific area where you're living, well, then you can ask a million other questions. Why this specific area? Or if you're knowledgeable on the area, you can talk about it at length. The idea is creating open opportunities for these people. And then really, what you've seen before is, for any of you guys that have done anything like this, is they just start talking and they start asking questions, and they start like their friends get involved, and then their friends start asking questions, and people just like talking about where they live, or maybe even dreaming about where they're going to go. So I do suggest sometime over this next month, you guys ask a simple question like this. I would try to do something once a week where you're asking a question. Of course, you can go with this best friend line. They're all alternatives, like how many homes have you owned in your life, which I know some of you have done before, and it definitely works. Another would be, where would you move if you won $500,000? Another is, what's your favorite area in Pittsburgh? Pretty simple stuff, right? But it's all for the purpose of asking a question and generating some type of communication. Because the communication is what leads to the lead generation. For what I asked about, the best friend, think about how many homes have you owned in your life. What I normally tell people is, when you ask that question, people are usually going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever, and you're just looking for the oddball. So you're looking for someone who's owned 0 homes in their life, right? That may be a really good buyer candidate because they're probably renters, right? And then just on the opposite, if someone's moved 4 times, why do they move so much? Maybe there's some real questions as to like what their job entails. Do they move regularly? Is there any way for you to get in touch with them if they're going to be moving again? It's just creating these opportunities where you can start farming out these leads and really trying to work with them. So let's just say, if your best friend was buying a house today, where would you tell them to go? And someone answered you, I would tell them to go to Bethel Park. Well, then obviously your reply to that person could be, oh, that's great. And if you don't know if they live in Bethel Park or not, why do you say Bethel Park? Then the conversation starts. And it's very quick to have these things turn into, oh, well, I live in X place and I want to live in Y, and I just need to get there, right? And it's up to us as agents to get these people into our CRM, get them onto our lists, get them into something when you get the obvious. So if 50 people respond, there hopefully, and should be, at least one person out of that whole group where you're able to actually get something going. Like there's some type of real good ground for them to buy, or clearly they should be moving into an area that best suits them. All right. So I'm going to go ahead right here and do a little mobile friendly version and show you some things that you can do on the mobile phone. So you can do this in either stories, Facebook stories, or Instagram stories. And basically what you end up doing is using Facebook stories or Instagram stories to create either a poll or some other type of engagement bait to get them to answer your question. All right, so let me get this going over here. Let me share my screen. 1 minute. Okay. Okay. So right now you're seeing my Facebook screen, all right? You're seeing my mobile version. And what I want you to do is look up in the top left where your status bar is, right? So if we hit the status bar, you obviously have all of the other options you have when you would normally be able to post, right? So of course you can do any type of text like we did before, how many homes have you owned? Oop. All right, you could do something simple as that. And obviously you want to make it look a little fancier. We don't want to just use plain old text. But what I really came here to show you was how to do this as a story. All right, so if you're looking at that picture of me on the left-hand side, it says add to your story. We're going to click that and you get a whole bunch of other options up here. So when we click on text in the top left, we can do a whole bunch of stuff. Put that up towards the top. Okay. What's your favorite part of Pittsburgh? All right. When we click next up in the top right, we have all the other options that pop up. So if you're looking up on the top right, you again have all of these stickers. So you could stick a sticker on here, right? So then you could actually ask a question. So instead of typing it in, you could literally ask whatever you want. How many homes have you owned? Obviously, we would get rid of that background. Let's hit done. Put this over here. Get rid of some of this text. Done. There you go. There's a nice, simple way to use Instagram stories, or sorry, Facebook stories, as a way to ask a very simple question. How many homes have you owned? People can send you a direct message. They could also answer into this. Just another way for you to get any leads coming into you as much as you want, right? Okay. Let's back out of this. Okay. So I hope you guys understand asking basic questions, right? The next thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we get tagged into photos. That's the big trick. 1,000,001 real estate agents post photos of their closings, but that doesn't work because we're all seen by other real estate agents. And if the only other people that are seeing the postings of your clients are your fellow real estate agents, what's the point? You also get no real credit when it comes to lead generation because all of the people that are seeing your posts already would either work with you, maybe, or like I said before, they're probably a lot of real estate agents. Look through some of the biggest competitors around and see who's actually liking their photos. It's a lot of competitors. All right. But what I want to show you with this slide is look, when someone else takes their own photo, well, maybe you took the photo, but they posted themselves, look at some of the engagement. You have over 1,000 engagements, likes, all of those things, loves, wows, 284 comments on this person's post. That's a lot of comments. I'm sure all of it is congratulations or at least positive remarks in the beginning. Hitch a ride to that. If you're doing a really good job, if you're talking to them throughout your transaction, when you're at the closing table and you say, hey, let me take a photo of you. So when you post this, ask them to tag you in it. Say, it would really help me out. I'm just happy to help you guys. If you could tag me in it, that would really help me out. Thanks a lot. And when they tag you in it, because they probably will, as long as you've done a good job, they're probably going to say thank you for all of the work you've done. That's what leads to your lead generation. But you have to ask. But that's free lead generation. Because if they had a great time, if they got through the transaction, if this was a giant mark in their life for a positive thing, then obviously you being part of that in terms of post and a proof and all of their friends seeing it, boy, oh boy, do you have the possibility of feeding your lead cannon with all of their friends and all of their relatives who are more than likely to use you because they've already been used. It's just doing things a little bit differently and asking somewhere in there, hey, can you just tag me in one of those posts? I want you to share it, you do it yourself. Just tag me. People that use social media will understand that, and they'll do it to help you. Okay? That's pretty much cut and dry. And you guys can see my horrible live demo here. But go live, and I've said this 1,000 times, go live, but go live under the right circumstances, go live under the right things. You can all see that Facebook has been slowing down live video, but that doesn't mean that it's ineffective. The thing with live is that we have to pay attention to timing, and we have to pay attention to whatever you're actually trying to share, right? Because everyone went in on going live and talked about the seller tips, the buyer tips, all the other stuff over and over and over and over and over again until they were blue in the face. So now, and before you were able to get almost all of your friends to watch your video, so it made sense. But now they've slowed down live because of all of the horrible things that have happened with live video and people filming terrible tragedies. They slow it down to the point where it takes longer for your video to get out there into the atmosphere, which half deflates the purpose of going live anyway. But if you're doing it under the right circumstances, if you're doing it for the right reasons, not like this guy on here who's in a horribly lit room, just staring into a computer screen, talking about whatever, that's not the way to do it anymore. Going live on your phone, going live in the car, going live someplace where people are normally seeing things actually works. It's really effective. Don't talk about real estate. That's my last little pitch. Go live for something that's bigger. Go live for an event in town. There's so many holiday events going on right now. Go live at something that's real estate related other than your listings, right? You have office parties, go live there. Right? You have an open house. An open house is definitely the best place to go live. And about timing. We were talking about timing before. The timing is one of the most crucial parts, because if you're going live in the middle of the day, there's not a lot of people that can watch that. And at a point where we're, 2 years ago, it was kind of like an arms race to see how much content we could all produce. But because things have been limited, it's just about the quality of whatever you're doing. So think of a time where people are more likely to be engaged. So doing it around lunchtime is a lot better than doing one at 10 a.m. So if you are going to do like a buyer seller series or a buyer seller tip or even a listing tour or something, really try to time it out with whenever people are more likely to be using Facebook, which is during times of their break during the week, right? Particularly to watch a live video, because you usually need sound and they're not going to watch with sound if they're in the middle of their workday, all right? So let's take a look right here on the screen. Now this is just sharing from my computer. So when you click on the go live button on your computer, you go to this screen first where it shows you what your preview would look like, and you have the ability to share it to wherever you want, add in whatever information, and then at the bottom here is where your extra stuff comes in. So if you're going to share your screen, so if you're going to go live in a group, you could actually share your screen, which is obviously pretty good for people like me, but for real estate agents, it doesn't have that much I guess use, right? But what we really want to do is pay attention to the title on the bottom here. You want to have a captivating title because the way that it's portrayed is they see your title first. Facebook will give a notification that says Vinny Salovano is live, and then right after Vinny Salovano is live, it'll have the title of whatever you're talking about if you've put it on there. And for the people that are going live regularly, think about it in terms of like, you know, an ad person. Think about it in terms of, you know, what's something that's going to be captivating. If you just say new listing on the market, 123 Main Street, like, okay, great. What about it? Why do people want to watch it? What are you going to do to get that one headline in front of them to get them to pay attention to you? Right? So talking about whatever your property, think about what's the best part of your property. What's the one reason why they want to move there? Think about your one catcher and then use that as your title. Right? And then if we would go under this interactive tab right here, you have the ability to add polls in the middle of your video. So if you know your video is going to be longer, you know, you could put a poll in the middle of a seller tip that says like, are these tips making sense to you? Yes or no, right? Simple stuff like that. Do you guys go live regularly? No, okay. I do suggest it. It won't have as big of a payoff as it would have a year and a half ago or 2 years ago, but doing it generates leads if you're doing it under the right circumstances. And remember, this is all organic stuff. So we're trying to get things and leads in for free. We're not trying to spend any money on them. We're just doing this for free. So this is stuff that you're churning out regularly. So like if you do that, the question post before, or if you go live once and no one ever says anything to you, obviously that's not going to work. But for those agents that do it regularly, and we know some of them around Pittsburgh, they get leads from going live. They do. People just ask questions if they're touring a property randomly. But you just want to make sure that you're doing it at the right time.
You want to?
So
what did you need?
when you you know, when you're looking at hold on a second.
What?
Oh my God. I should have removed out. I said, oh, you have Thanksgiving? No, my kids don't.
Sorry. Okay. So when we're, you know, talking about going live, you know, it's like I said, it's timing and it's also what you're sharing. So at the very bottom, you want to add that title and you want to make sure it's an attention-grabbing title because otherwise it won't be seen. And as you can see right here, and this would be the same as mobile, if you're looking on that privacy bar, which is right under where it says, say something about this live video, you'll see that I have it set up where it says only me. So for you guys that are a little nervous about doing live video, or if you're just kind of skeptical of what it's going to do, what I would suggest is turning on the only me right here. So you would change your privacy to only you, so it remains private, and then you can still go live. And if your video is less than 2-3 minutes, you can actually post it and then change your privacy setting, and it will be a live video that's basically pre-recorded. So that's a little trick for you guys. So it won't be fully live, but it will get the attention that Facebook wants to give it as a live video. So it will get seen more often than if you were just posting a recorded video. So that's a little Facebook hack that people are doing. I don't know if people are going to be doing it that much longer, you know, but Instagram obviously won't work the same way because you either are private or you're not. But that's something for you guys if you're a little skeptical of it. Going live on Facebook, you can do it and kind of hide it right off the bat. So you can just test it out basically. And then you would just go back through and delete your post. All right. So that's it for live. We're going to get into some bigger stuff now. All right. So clearly we have this listing video here. But the point of this thing is that, listen, we're going to watch it too. Let's pause. Let me just switch my screen here.
In 99, and I want to show you my new listing at 311 Billingford here in Governor's Place. I love this house. It's on a beautiful corner lot. It's a 3-car garage with this beautiful curb appeal. Great entrance, great front, beautiful house. Let's go inside and check the rest of it out. Big, bright, custom cabinetry, granite countertops, a kitchen island, stainless steel appliances, gas stove. It's just an awesome place. We also have what I call a recipe desk where you can sit down, plan out your recipe, and what you're gonna cook for the week. If you do meal prep, this is the spot right here. Overlooking the sink, the kitchen sink, you have a window, which is super important. It adds to the effect of the house, and subway tiles in the back. I mean, every detail has been looked at in this house, and it is ready for new buyers. This is the house you want to be in.
Okay. You guys get that right. I talk about it till I'm blue in the face, but I feel like I have to. If you're going anywhere else in the country right now, I mean, honestly, real estate video is the biggest thing. I mean, we just have to do it. It's period, end of story kind of thing. Now, obviously, that doesn't cost you in terms of, you know, sending out an ad, which you can. But these organic posts, I mean, they can be shared. I know that there's agents within your guys' group that does stuff like this all the time, where you have a post, you share it to a bunch of different pages, you share it to a bunch of different local groups. But sharing a video is so much better than sharing your link. It's 1,000,000 times better. So doing videos for your really good listings, doing videos for all your listings, but doing videos for your really good listings is something that for free, you get a lot more cred in all of those groups, all of those pages, all of the buy, sell, trade, whatever, than if you're just selling or sharing your regular link, right? So I don't want to stay on that too long because I really want to get to the meat and potatoes of this whole giant thing. And you have almost a week left until the beginning of, or no, you don't have a week left. You have less than a week left until the beginning of December, which is one of the biggest and best times for you to generate leads for your business for free, right? Well, half free. They don't cost you anything to advertise. Let's go down to the next one here. Oop. Hold on one second. I don't know why that closed. Okay. Just give me 1 second. For some reason, this window closed and it won't open back up. Okay, here we go. Okay. So the big part. The giveaway or promos. Have any of you guys done any giveaway or promos on social media? Okay, well, we are counting down time. There are definitely people already doing it. I still think that a holiday giveaway is the best way for you to be able to do something like this. This is a very big plan, but I know that there are a lot of big teams and a lot of agents that do giveaways either monthly or they do bigger giveaways quarterly, right? Some of them actually do quarterly, you know, client parties or half a year client parties or whatever, and they'll do a big giveaway then. But I suggest that you guys do giveaways at least periodically because they are worth it, as you can tell. And even local agents, look around at some local agents, some of your competitors. For next week's class, I'm definitely going to be showing you some local competitors that have done this to great success. But here is actually one of the best examples that I found this year, at least, on one of these giveaways and promos and, you know, one of these big types of offers. All right. So let's get down and break down this whole post because this is a whole big campaign. All right. So this is Pam Trites. She's a real estate agent, I want to say in Canada. She does a holiday giveaway, and we're going to go to her page actually in a second. We're going to be dissecting her page and the posts and a lot of the other stuff, right? But for right now, just look at this one post. This was the first one of her. She's doing 31 days of a Christmas giveaway, all right? So every single day, she is recording about a 1 to 2, 3 minute video where she has purchased a lot of these items that you're seeing right on the screen here. And when we watch one of the videos, you'll see more of them. But they're all kids' toys from what I could tell. And then every single day, she's just doing one thing. So she says, on this post, tag your friends, comment below, whatever, to get entered into a drawing. She gives you the rules, and then in one of the posts, she gives you even more of the rules. But you can see 234 comments, 315 shares. This is 6 days ago. 5.2K views for free. Now, obviously, they had to buy these things. They had to fund the giveaway. But this specifically, and I'll go to it. Let's go to her page. Okay, come on. Okay. So here is Pam's page. And here you go. Here is the initial post. This is the very good one, or the very first one. 31 days of a giveaway. All right, now let me pause this video and I will let Pam talk to you guys.
Hi everybody. Can't believe that it is almost Christmas season again. Here we are, November the 13th, I believe. So this is my fourth annual 31 days of Christmas draw that I'm going to be doing. So we went and picked out all of the prizes, and as you can see here, I did another little short video just showing a closer look of what the prizes actually are so you can get a better idea. So we have 31 prizes for 31 days, and it starts on November the 20th and it goes until December the 21st is the last draw. So what I ask is that you like and share my page, and you also tag a friend to be entered, and for everybody that you tag, each time that you share it, you will get another entry into the draw. Everybody has been very complimentary towards the draw and said how much it meant to them, and sometimes they got prizes for loved ones that they may not have been able to get, so that made me feel good that I was able to help out in a small way. And I just want to show my appreciation and my support for you guys that you show me throughout the year. So this is just a small token of what I can do for you. Again, I really do appreciate it. So we're going to be starting our draw, like I said, next Wednesday on November the 20th. And we do not do the draw on the weekends. So that Monday I actually draw for the weekend prizes as well as the Monday prize. So I draw for 3 prizes on Mondays.
Okay. I think you guys understood that, right? So let's take a look through some of these other posts, like the follow-up, all right? Because remember, this is every day. So every day, these people can come back and keep doing this. So they could potentially win a prize every day. Now, let's take a look at some basic info, all right? So she has 5,562 people that like her page. That's a lot of people, all right? She obviously has pretty good marketing, or she's done something right to get to this point. Now let's jump back. So remember, there's 5,562 people that like this page. So she's worked hard at this. But let's go through. So that was the day one. We had 1,000 comments, 1,000 shares, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Now let's look at yesterday's post. So this was day 4, 5, and 6 of it. She did the drawing. She's announcing the winner. And again, you have even more people liking and sharing her posts every single day. Yeah. And that's just the first 6 days. So imagine if you had the ability to generate leads like this. You can change it. You can make it as confounded as you want. You could use messenger bots to follow up with people who ever comment. I mean, that would be probably my preferred approach. So anyone that actually comments, like if you had a messenger bot attached to this post, Danny McDonald would say, liked and shared, congratulations to the winners. And as soon as he posted that, or whatever period of time after that, he would get a direct message from your page that says, hey, Danny, thanks for your entry into the drawing. Good luck, blah, 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 blah. And then that's where you could ask for additional information. I mean, automatically built into your bot. So you could say, hey, what's your email so we can get in touch with you? Hey, what's your whatever so we can get in touch with you? So to make it more sophisticated as a lead generation method and ways to get additional information to people instead of just getting a name and a face, right, is by doing something like that. Or even saying, hey, like and share on here. The winners will be chosen. We'll get them through private message. We'll do whatever. Or you could create a lead page and have a video and say, click on the link, go to the page, give your information, bing, bang, boom, you're entered into the drawing. And you could literally do that every single day, right? There's a million ways you could cut this. You want to keep your consumers from doing as many steps as possible, but if they're going to potentially win something, they are much more likely to go to your website and type in their information because they could possibly win something. So they're giving a reason why you have their name and phone number or name and email or however you want to do it. Name and phone number is always better anyway. Does that still make sense? Okay, good. Okay. So, does anyone have any questions so far? Okay, cool. Hold on one second. Let me go back to my PowerPoint here. So with the holidays coming up, I mean, the giveaway is definitely the best thing. I know, you know, people are definitely afraid of the amount of giveaway, the amount of, you know, the prize that you're giving to people. And there is a lot of disclosure that you have to do that you probably don't have to do in Canada. So what I would suggest if you're doing any type of giveaway is obviously consult with Dion first, talk to her, see what she says. But then of course, stick with the guidelines. So, you know, I mean, make sure that you're saying that it doesn't come with the cost of a house. Make sure that you're saying that you don't have to buy a house to be able to enter into this giveaway. I mean, there's the rules and regs that we got to follow. And then also make sure that it's not affiliated, you put onto the post, sorry, that it's not affiliated with Facebook or Instagram or whatever you're doing it on in any way, right? Those are just some things to kind of keep you out of trouble. But it's the holidays. So if you have the ability to provide a pretty good, you know, as in sizable giveaway, imagine what you're capable of doing with having a whatever, $100, $200 giveaway, maybe even like an Amazon card. You know how people are constantly getting Amazon cards this time of year. So think of something creative, but giveaways work and you could do them however you want. You can do them for just the general public, like this Pam person have done, but she says that she's doing it for support of the people who have supported her. But like, honestly, I'm sure none of these people regularly see her thing except for these. They regularly don't see her posts, I'm sure, just because of the way that it works. All right. So let's take a step back here and let me jump back here. Turn my share off so I can get back to my mobile. Hold on one second. Okay. So let's back out of this. Back out of this. Okay. So let's talk about some lead generation stuff, right? Here is a good example too. Oops. So take a look at this. So do you see how easily this could be exploited? Like stories really could be exploited to ask simple pointed questions that help with lead generation. I mean, asking questions under the right circumstances obviously serves you a lot better than if you're asking questions like normal everyone else does when it's March through April and everyone starts posting, hey, do you want to buy a house? Hey, do you want anyone that knows anyone that wants to buy a house? Hey, let's buy a house and sell your house. The best time to sell your house. Asking questions that are the same thing, but around the corner at different times of the year will yield you so many more results than if you were just doing something in the normal time frames, right? So let's get back out of here. Okay. my share. Come on. Where do you keep disappearing to? I don't know why my share keeps dropping off. I don't know why. Strange. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a couple more things. Okay, remember, this is all free stuff. So on the left-hand corner here, we're looking at Facebook. And we're looking at all of the additional things that Facebook has added here, right? Now I want to jump over to groups. Come on, I'm looking for my group here. Okay. Okay, so we're in a community group right now. We want to talk about driving leads within these community groups, all right? So if you're looking, this is the Brentwood community group. This is where I live in Brentwood. You can see people are regularly posting things for sale, right? Still some posts. Good. This is exactly what I was looking for. Okay. So I love Melissa. She's doing the right thing. Here's the problem. It's another link. She was smart for adding this group. She's smart for putting her Brentwood home into there. Look at this. Come and enjoy this living, be part of the huge Brentwood fireworks parade. I know exactly where that home is. But what she's doing in here, it was limited by Facebook. So this is a place that has 1,400 people in it that regularly participate. And of course, if you go, look at this, there's another one right here, all about Baldwin, Brentwood, and Whitehall. There's another 1,800 people in this. These are all places that can give you free leads over and over and over and over and over and over again. But we have to give them the best things up front by also getting us the best possibility of capturing the lead, right? So again, we know that doing something that is a link to a website usually doesn't work that well when it's in Facebook, specifically because there's too much content. Were this to be any type of video or a slideshow even of listing photos, I feel that that would do infinitely better, even with the exact same caption, post, everything else. I like the headlines up here, new price, new listing, the whole thing. But switching to a video, like we said on number 4, would be something that gets you far greater views. I mean, it just does. And it's free because you're putting it into these groups. All right. Does anyone have any questions? Martin, you got any questions? You're good? Cool.
I'm good, Vinny. Thanks.
No problem. How's it going? Is everything good?
Very good. Very happy.
Good, good. Glad to hear.
Yeah, it was a wonderful move.
Good. Very smart. And how long you would have been there? A couple months?
Couple weeks.
Couple weeks. Wow, man, my time clock is totally off.
Yeah, it's like I said, Berkshire wasn't working out. I switched over. Like I said, it's been awesome.
Good. Good for you. Well, glad to see you here.
Yeah, me too.
Good, good, good. Well, hey, listen, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I mean, you know I'm always around. Is there anything that you have any questions with? Anything you want me to help?
No, so far, pretty clear. I mean, I still have the same problems. I don't have a big following here in Pittsburgh, most people I know Philadelphia. So it's still trying to develop a following.
Right. Yeah, no, I remember. Well, I remember some of these posts. I mean, if even if you're not from around here, I mean, just trying to get it even to the atmosphere of anyone that's around. So asking one of those questions up front, that's something that anyone generically could answer. And you're just hoping for one or two people that do live in Pittsburgh to answer and then keep it going.
Yeah. I'm trying.
I know, that's all we can do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Literally.
Well, listen, it's good that you came to this place. This place is going to get you more money. You're going to get more stuff up front. I mean, it's just better.
Yeah. I agree.
Good. All right, cool. Well, you know what the deal is. You give me a call whenever you want. I can help you out with anything you need. And if not, thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Vinny. I appreciate it.
All right, no problem, Martin. Take care.
All right, you too.